Hi YouTube, Unkert here. In this video, we're going to use list comprehension, Python list comprehension, to create new lists from the employee lists. Now in previous videos, I've written and read to CSV files in my Python Basics playlist. You'll want to check those out to see where I'm getting this information from. But if you're following along with the playlist, we're up to the point where we have this code here that brings in info from a CSV file and then takes it and creates a new list called new employee list. Now, in the previous video, I mentioned that some of these employees are high rollers. I gave them very high salaries. But what would be cool is to use list comprehension to take those values out of the list and have a high roller list. So what I'm going to do here is first, let's make a comment about list comprehension. So list comprehension in Python is a shorter syntax for creating a new list from an existing list. Okay? All right, so that's list comprehension, a shorter syntax for creating a new list from an existing list. So let's use list comprehension to create a high roller list. So we're going to use list comprehension to create a high roller list. Okay? And that's going to be pretty easy to do. So I'm going to create my list. I'm going to name it high roller list. And what I'm going to do here is create my opening and closing square brackets. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to use a variable. I'm going to call it EMP for employee. So I'm going to say EMP, or employee for employee, in the new employee list. Okay, so that's what we read from the CSV file in the previous video. We're going to take every employee if the employee's list, because each employee is a list itself, if at index 2 in the list, their salary is greater than $100,000. And index 2 is a string, so we're going to have to convert the value at index 2 into an integer, and we can wrap that with the integer function there. And we're just going to say if this is greater than 100,000, well, we're going to put the employee into the higher roller list. Okay, and just to show you this is working, let's print the high roller list. And also, if you haven't seen the previous video, I'll print the new employee list as well. Okay, so we can see that there is a difference. Okay, and just format it quickly, and all right, let's run this. So this file is listcomprehension.py. So I'm going to run this, and we see our first list here. We have Tim. He has 3 years experience. He makes $75K. Sarah, 15 years experience. She makes $100K. Joe makes $50K, so on and so forth. We have Ben, he's a high roller, he makes over $500K. Samantha makes $450K, and Jose makes $600K. And then we have Billy, he only makes $50, and Johnny Boy only makes $50 per year. Okay, now in this second list here, we have the 3 items here. We have Ben, Samantha, and Jose. Those are the high rollers. And just to illustrate this, let's just comment out this line and rerun our function again. And in the background, you can hear my kitty. That is the image I'm using on my YouTube channel, and he is meowing at birds. Anyways, totally irrelevant, but I figured I'd include it. Kitty, what do you want? I'm recording a video. Okay, anyways, so we have Ben, we have Samantha, and we have Jose here, okay? So we've got our high roller list. And it would be cool if we used list comprehension to make a list of high roller names, okay? So we can use our high roller list, and we can use list comprehension with that, and cut it down further. Now, if you look at this list comprehension, the way it works here is we have, a variable for employee for each employee in this list, and then the condition, if this is greater than this, okay? So that's a condition with list comprehension, but now let's use list comprehension to create a list of high roller names. Okay. So we'll go down here and we'll say high roller names equals, and then we're going to do for the first index. So we're going to do EMP at index 0 for EMP in the high roller list. Okay, so now we're just taking, let me explain this. We're just taking the first part of the list, because if you remember, the high roller list had nested lists in it of employee names. So we're taking the first part of the nested list for each item in the high roller list, and we call it the item EMP because it's employee. Okay. So now what we could do is we could print out the high roller names. Okay, and let's now open up our terminal and run it. Okay, so we've got our high roller list here. So we've got each high roller has the year's experience they work, the salary, and their biweekly paycheck. And then in the second list here, we just have the high roller list names. Okay, so that's using list comprehension to further parse data. If you haven't seen those previous videos and you're a little bit lost, please go back and bookmark the playlist. It'll be worth your time to do so, and that'll kind of help you bring you up to speed to this video. If you did like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.